Good evening, Nicholas and Amanda. Here's your sewer scope from today. This is me up on the roof. There's the main plumbing stack right there. Typical when there's no viable access in the house to drop down through the roof. Sometimes it's just easier. I mean, the only downside is that I have limited visibility because of the glare on my camera screen. But beyond that, just from a logistical standpoint, it's a lot easier just to drop down there other than having to lug all your stuff up on the roof. That's the clean out, actually. That little doodad that's sticking out is part of the gasketed cap right there. That did, I think, it's just an assumption, but I think it did slow me down a little bit as I got further out. Holding a little water in the beginning of the pipe, not uncommon. Inside the house to have that. Like I told you earlier today, I was running a higher volume of water than I normally would. A lot of times if I'm inside and then there's a tap that's close and the pipe is proper, I won't run any water at all. But being up on the roof, I didn't want to have to jump down off the roof to turn on water if I needed it. And also, knowing the depth of the front yard and how long the front yard was, I knew I probably needed to have some. We're underwater again. That just may be a structural issue. See this new section of pipe right here? It's not PVC or ABS just because the lengths are too short. They're 5 or 6 foot lengths, so it may be gasketed clay. Clay pipe that's got it's got a gasket connection to it would be one possibility. Not a bad pipe. Again, holding a little bit of water here. This just maybe just a little settling in the pipe. It may be that there's some paper products that are blocking things up a little bit. Not terrible. Things are running. You'll see the gasket. I'll stop. Do I back up on this one? No. Up further ahead, you'll see I'll stop right there. So see the black rubber ring around? So that's a gasket. So there is an air quote mechanical connection here that it's got a hub and gasket connection. So my guess is that it's some kind of hybrid between clay and having that connection. Once we get to about 117 feet, you'll see we'll start to get a little bit of root intrusion into the pipe. I did speak to the homeowner when I arrived, and he said that there was a big tree in the front yard. There's some roots right there. That's that 117 part. He said that there was a big tree in the front yard. They took the tree out. They ended up cleaning the pipe. How long ago that was, I don't know. More roots right there. You're starting to get some roots in on the connection. Is this active root growth, or is this just kind of leftovers from the tree? I can't tell you. It's not anything out of the ordinary. I mean, it's relatively mild if you were to ask me. You may clean the pipe again. What I'll recommend in the written report is probably in the next 12 to 24 months that you run a cable through there and clean it out. All in all, it's not a bad pipe. At this stage, I'm struggling a little bit to push the pipe just because we're 137 feet out. A couple of twists and turns, and then again, that plug, clean out plug, may be slowing me down a little bit, but we're not going to go that much further. So it's just, if you think about it, and so I've got a 3/8 inch cable and a camera head that's about 15-16 inches long. So that's just a lot of weight to have to push, especially when you go vertical to horizontal, coming down that main sewer stack and then pushing out. A lot easier if it's a straight push. But we'll get to the end here in just a second. This is right about where we're going to connect to the city connection. A little bit more root growth coming in right there. One final push. I'm going to back up and then try to push forward again here. There we go. One more push through. There we go. Usually when you come to the city connection, there's one, and a lot of times there's two downturns, more root intrusion right there, like I said. So the final 10-15 feet is almost a complete vertical drop into the city. I didn't have that sense that that's what we had here, but you can see this is the city connection. The pipe is running perpendicular to the drop in right here. So we're roughly 147 feet, including that 26-foot drop down from the roof to the city connection. So a relatively long pipe for our area. Normally, what I see is anywhere from 85 or so feet to maybe a little bit over 100 feet. So you're about 120 feet of horizontal run out to the city. So a little normal. Follow up on that idea of sewer line insurance. It's really kind of a smart idea if they offer it in your area, which I think in Bloomington they do. This is the return trip. You're more than welcome to watch the way back. Please read through the report for recommendations. Let me know if you have any questions.